Hey friends, it's Mark Holmes with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. Still stinks. Yo everybody, how you doing? King Dingbat here. So the other day I did a season prediction record for the Dallas Cowboys. Now I did it to the best of my ability. I told you what I thought and I was honest. I also warned that people would get offended. People would not like what I say. And of course this happens. Now one of the people who got upset was none other than Mark Holmes, the video maker on YouTube. Now, many of you know about his channel. If you don't, go check him out. Go subscribe to him. Go like. He's a very good video maker. He's a Cowboy fan. You know, nobody's perfect. But he pointed out a mistake that I had in my prediction record. I had made a comment that it always seems like to me that the Cowboys and the Redskins beat each other, you know, when they're on the road. And he pointed out fairly that the Cowboys have owned the Redskins over these last many few years or whatever. So I went back, I looked, and he's right. So I have to apologize and say I was wrong for that because, hey, when you're wrong, you're wrong. And to show that I'm a fair guy, I am now willing, okay, to change the prediction record for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm willing to say that the Cowboys will sweep the Washington Redskins. So instead of finishing 6-10, they're going to finish 7-9 and still stink. That's right, they still stink. They are done. Now, 7 wins is even better for me because that means they'll get a worse pick than they would have gotten if they're 6-10 because you know they're going to have to fire a coach. So I wanted to point this out, and I wanted to fix this because it needed to be fixed. The Cowboys stink, and that's the way it is. Now, I'm glad that that's so. Now we can agree that the Cowboys could beat the Redskins, but they still stink. They're 7-9. That's great. Now, Mark, he played the beginning of my video. He played the part where I was setting up the intro. The intro was a red pill. It was a giant red pill for the satanic Dallas Cowboy fans who need help. They need help. They need to be broken out of their delusion, out of their slumber. The Mark Holmes delusion, right? Because Mark tells you how great the Dallas Cowboys are. I mean, you hear it all the time about, oh man, Dak Prescott, he's better than Carson Wentz. He's got to be better than Carson Wentz because just look at his quarterback rating. Quarterback rating, the first 2 years for a quarterback is ridiculous. You can't go on that when you judge a quarterback. Judge quarterbacks, you know, by a quarterback rating 4 or 5 years in. 2 years in, it doesn't work. The fact of the matter is, in their rookie year, Dak had a better year. He had a better year because he was way more advanced than Carson Wentz, and he had Zeke Elliott. Let's just face it. Okay, Carson comes in, he comes from lesser competition, he has more to go, more to learn, and he does it. But here's the thing with Carson Wentz and Dak Prescott. When you judge these guys, don't look at their starting point, look at their progression. Progression means from year 1 to year 2. Who progressed, who regressed? Who progressed, who regressed? It's very simple. Carson made a jump, Dak did not. Now, can Dak make one from the second year to third year? We'll see. I know Carson can. I know Carson Wentz has a ring. I know he won the division, would have won MVP. But you can't use something like quarterback rating for guys 2 years in. It's just not a fair judge of how you judge a guy. But he'll tell you this because it's delusional. These are delusional Cowboy fans, and I needed to help them get out of their satanic slumber. You understand? Because what's going on here? What is that?
Greetings from the Church of Satan. We have seen your light, Eagle fans. We have seen your mess. And we are here with Mark Holmes and my buddy Joe Boo. And we are here to possess Philly 500. For we see what a champion is. But we forget as Cowboy fans, what is a champion? So we will take possession of your body. We will take it today for us. Now, I want to speak to fellow Cowboy fans. I want to speak to those who understand the language of the Dallas Cowboys and the Church of Satan. You people.
See for myself. You don't dig it. What's near your backside? What's still backside the help me? Yes, you're yeah. Louis way. Girl, we're all sit it out. Snake is here for us to sit it out. Snake man, you sit it out. Remember some.
Enter him, Mark.
Hey friends, it's Mark Holmes with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and please like, comment, and subscribe, because if it wasn't for you, I would just be here reading this paper. But welcome to another episode of Don't Sleep on the Dallas Cowboys. I'm sorry, being in this new body of champion, it's very, very hard. There's two souls fighting for one body, and I'll tell you, my stomach really hurts. I gotta keep pushing though. I'll tell you, this guy, he don't drink enough water. He's too constipated. That feels so much better. I just kept pushing and pushing. I'll tell you guys, that really reminds me, you always keep pushing. You always keep pushing. And that's what our Dallas Cowboys, America's team, is doing right now. They're out there at practice pushing. Dak is pushing. Zeke is pushing. The whole team is pushing. And no matter how hard or dry it is, you keep pushing. And then if you do that, you can become a champion. So with that, I'd like to thank you for joining me here. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the Joe Boo Sports Report. I'm Mark Holmes. I'll talk to you later. Hey friends, Mark Holmes, and I'm here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. You can't see him, he's in the back. Now we're just driving along, we're looking for another chicken farm. We need to get some chickens for tonight's sacrifice to the Dallas Cowboys. We do 3 chickens a week, and I don't know where the farm is. Now, long journeys, I'll tell you, they remind me of one thing. They remind me of the journey it is to be a Super Bowl champion. The journey that the Cowboys will be on. The long journey starting at training camp to preseason, to the regular season, and then the playoffs. Yes, this is why we need so many chickens. Dingbat! Sorry. Prostate exam. Know what happened there, friends, but you're back. We've come to the end of our journey. We are here at a chicken farm. We'll get 3 chickens, sacrifice them all today for the Dallas Cowboys. And just remember, it's a long road from training camp to the playoffs to the Super Bowl. And as the road goes straight, it may make turns left or right, just as an NFL season. But if you stay on that road, you work hard, and you keep pushing, you'll get to the end of your journey, and the Dallas Cowboys will get to the end of the road, and hopefully winning another title for America's team. So I want to thank you for liking, comment, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'll talk to you later. Hey friends, it's Mark Holmes with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and I want to thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Now, one of the things that I like to do is when things get dirty, I like to vacuum. And the reason I like to vacuum is because the Cowboys have been doing this for the last 10, 15 years, where they train their players to vacuum. See, by pushing a vacuum this way, you can build up all sorts of muscles. And this will help Dak Prescott with the 10 to 15 yard passes and his accuracy, because he can't hit. And we know if Dak can complete those 10 to 15 yard passes, well, America's team may just rise again. So I'm going to head out. I have a doctor's appointment, and I will talk to you guys later. So I want to thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. I'm Mark Holmes, and be sure to vacuum that floor. I'm ready to go, Dr. Tickler, anytime. Hey friends, it's Mark Holmes with my buddy Cowboy Jobu, and I want to thank you for commenting, subscribing, and liking this Jobu Sports Report. We are just here taking a massage, getting a massage, rubbing the muscles, because eventually we're going to have to give this body back to a champion. Now, it's very important to get your muscles rubbed, to stretch them out. And that's what our Dallas Cowboys are doing right now. They're getting their muscle rubs, because if they can go without hamstring injuries and other injuries, our America's team may just be Super Bowl champions again. So with that, Doc, do you want to start? Okay. I always love a good old-fashioned back massage. What kind of back massage is this, doctor? I want to talk a little bit about the Eagles real quick. Now, there are reports surfacing today that the Eagles may have a problem with Alshon Jeffery. He's recovering on time. Everything is on schedule. But there's a chance that they may put him on the physically unable to perform list. Now, if this happens when the time comes, he'll miss the first 6 games of the season. I know there's some people worried about this. They're thinking about this. And here's what I have to say. Even if he's not ready to play in game 1, which it seems like that is a legitimate possibility that he may miss that game, I don't think the Eagles are going to put him on the physically unable to perform list. I think they'll figure it out. They'll maybe keep one extra wide receiver somewhere, and they're going to go in and play Atlanta and win, and then bring him back week 2 or week 3. But I don't think they're going to let him sit for 6 weeks, because probably by week 3 he would be ready to play and he would be stuck. So I expect Alshon Jeffery to not go on the physically unable to perform list. I expect Alshon Jeffery to play probably week 2 or week 3 at the latest. And I think the Eagles will just manage this in their roster. They're not going to put him on the physically unable to perform list, or at least I don't think so. So we'll see. I know a lot of people are worried about this. Game 1 looks like it is a question. As far as going on the physically unable to perform list, this is just a question that is being asked. There is no knowledge that this is coming, and I'm willing to bet that this doesn't happen. So with that said, I hope everybody has a great day. Take care. Talk to you later. And don't be a dingbat. Now I gotta go before this guy comes back in me. Bye.